Now, Parliament has approved the nomination of 7 justices to the Supreme Court by President Mahama. Although the minority caucus opposed the nomination on grounds of inconsistency with the suspension of Gertrude Tokonu as Chief Justice, the judges were approved by a majority decision. ChannelOne News' Ni Ayukwe Okan reports.
Following the Appointments Committee's vetting of Justice Bill Simon Subari, Justice Senyo Jamepe, Justice Kwekuteria Akabuafo, Justice Philip Wright Mensah, Justice Janapari Battles Kojo, Justice Afisa to Amaliboba, Justice Dennis Dominic Ajayi, Parliament on Tuesday approved their nominations despite the minority group's opposition to the nomination. The caucus argued that the nomination was inconsistent with the suspension of Gertrude Tokonu as Chief Justice.
The committee, in conclusion, all members of the New Patriotic Party, the minority, were opposed to and voted against the nomination of all the justices on the grounds that, 1, the appointment of 7 justices was inconsistent with the NDC's own principle. We don't see it as filling vacancies, but we see it as reshaping a constitutional order at the very time that they have suspended the Chief Justice and they seek to dismiss it. Mr. Speaker, we also hold a view that the Supreme Court abdicated a constitutional duty and remained silent when fundamental principles of natural justice were violated. It is one of our reasons for opposing these 7 nominations. Mr. Speaker, again, we take the NDC by their own word. In the past, they said there was a judicial bloat. What has become of that argument?
Mr. Speaker, at no point has it been canvassed that the President has acted unconstitutionally. So the Constitution has been complied with. So, Speaker, the second set of questions that we ask ourselves would be the competence, the capacity, and the ability of the nominees. And Mr. Speaker, I have listened to the minority leader and members of the minority side who spoke before me, and they all clearly confirm that the nominees are very, very competent.
The minority caucus in a media briefing also demanded the immediate reinstatement of 100 workers of the Bank of Ghana who were dismissed, stating that such a move violates the labor laws and the human rights of the affected staff.
The minority in Parliament stands shoulder to shoulder with these workers, and we will not waver. We demand, 1, immediate reinstatement. The Bank of Ghana must restore every single dismissed worker to their rightful position without any further delay. Their appointments were lawful, their terminations were not.
The Defense and Interior Committee, as part of its oversight responsibilities, also paid a working visit to the Ghana National Fire Service, where concerns were raised by officers about the use of obsolete equipment.
Internationally, they don't use fire tenders for that long. Within the matter of about 5-6 years, fire tenders are to be boarded off. But in Ghana, we are having fire tenders as old as 22 years. And the challenge associated with this is that the parts are not even available because the manufacturers are not manufacturing those equipment again. And so even getting parts to replace them is a problem. And Honorable Chair, when it comes to the equipment situation, I'm happy today the committee is here. We have gotten to a situation where if we do not get equipment within this year, next year, we better close fire service down.
We as a committee will take up this matter very seriously and as a matter of urgency with the minister and impress upon him to consider the critical requirements of the fire service as one that must be dealt with almost immediately.
Reporting for ChannelOne News from Parliament, Ni Ayukwe Okan.